Welcome back to the documentary on my parents, Smitty and Joann. This video is about my dad's side of the family. Unfortunately, I don't know much about him since I didn't grow up in East Texas. Yep, my dad grew up in the little town of Garrison, which had a population of around 600 people back in the 1920s. I think there's around 700 hardy folks there now. I'm pretty sure I'm related to all of them. I never really got a chance to ask my dad what it was like growing up there, but over the years I got to know some of these folks, so I'll tell you what I know. Dad was born on September 15th, 1921, and was the oldest of 4 children. He was named after his father, Irvin Dennis Smith, so he's a junior. Most people call my dad Smitty, but he also went by ID and Irv and Junior. His mother's name was Clara, but everyone called her my Nan. She was a McCarty. Lots of McCartys around those parts. I only saw my grandmother once when I was a baby. I do have a picture with her though, with me in her lap. Here I am in diapers when we stopped off for a visit. We only went once or twice to East Texas while I was growing up. I'm the one on the right who's paying attention. You don't need to know who all these other kids are because, to be honest, I'm not even sure. Although I think a couple of them are my siblings. Here's another picture of me and a cousin on the same trip. I'm the one with my leg up in the air and very concerned look on my face. It seems that my mother had put me right on top of an ant bed to take this picture. And for some reason, Mom thought it was funny.
Our vacations too also included going back home to Houston and Garrison. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of you where I sat you down in the grass and I sat you on an ant bed. Your leg is up like that and you started screaming. I picked you up and you were just bitten all over the bottom of it.
So, I was abused as a child. No, just kidding, no abuse really happened. I do have another picture of my Nan when she went to Mom and Dad's wedding. That's my other grandmother next to her. You know, remember her, the one that didn't like me? I wonder if my Nan liked me. And this was of both of them again in 1947 in Garrison, Texas. Unfortunately, my Nan passed away in 1957, but I do have a painting she did in 1934. It's pretty good, but it's still in my storage unit along with everything else. After my Nan passed away at the young age of 57, Granddaddy got remarried to a real nice lady named LaBelle. I knew her quite well and we got along great. My grandfather, who went by Dennis, was born in 1896, served in World War I, and was a mailman most of his career. During his years at the post office, he started buying up land around Garrison. So he was also a farmer and a rancher. Because Dad was in the Army and we moved around a lot, we only visited Garrison a couple of times. But I do remember the old house Dad grew up in. Granddad built a newer one in the 1960s, but it burned down, so he and LaBelle moved to nearby Nacogdoches. But my grandfather passed away in 1968, so I didn't get to know him very well either. Actually, most if not all of my dad's family died young, all from heart disease. There's not many of us left, I'm afraid, so I better hurry up and finish this. I did spend a couple of summers in Nacogdoches and Garrison when I was in high school. Mom thought it would be good for me to go help LaBelle and bale some hay on the farm. East Texas was different from any place I'd ever lived. It was hot and sticky, but I did get to know some of my family there. Like my dad's 2 younger brothers, Charlie, Mac, and Ken. Dad also had a sister, Mona Jo, who I didn't really know her either. But I did play golf with Uncle Charlie and Ken sometimes. This is my Uncle Charlie and his wife, Aunt Kathy. They didn't have any kids, so they traveled a lot and played golf and went on big cruise ships. Uncle Charlie was a pretty good golfer. Ken moved to Vegas at some point, so I kind of lost touch with him. He passed away just a few years back. I did know all of his wives, though, all 3 of them. I think it was 3. I don't think Dad's family had a lot of money when he was growing up because it was during the Great Depression, you know. So I only have one picture of him when he was young. He's what, maybe 8 years old in this picture? I have a few pictures of Uncle Charlie and Ken when they were growing up. Ken was a football star at Stephen F. Austin State College and the class president when he was in high school. I don't have any pictures of Aunt Jo except this one, which is when she was in Nacogdoches for Granddad's funeral in 1968. That's Dad, the one on the right, and his brother Charlie's on the left. Not sure why Ken's not in the picture. After high school, Dad went to Stephen F. Austin State College for 1 year before transferring to A&M, which was only a couple of hours' drive away. He got his degree in agriculture, but never used it since he went off to fight in World War II. After that, he decided to stay in the Army, so he never went home other than to visit. Mom said his granddad wasn't real happy that his son didn't come home, and he was supposed to run the farm. But I was glad that he didn't, because he was happier in the Army, and so was I. The only other picture I have of Dad when he was young are some baseball pictures. He played on some Dr. Pepper team, not sure where or when. I'm guessing maybe some summer league when he was in college. Dad was also the third baseman of the Texas A&M baseball team in 1943 when they won the Southwest Conference title. I doubt anyone remembers the Southwest Conference. I still have the little award they gave out to the players. I left Texas a long time ago and lost touch with most of my East Texas kinfolk. Most of the ones who knew my father are gone anyways, because Dad would be over 100 years old now. A long time ago, Mom paid to have some commemorative bricks installed in Garrison to help pay for some memorial there. Dad's on one of them, along with my mom, and a few or more for other members of the family. I know through the years this Garrison family kept up with my dad's Army career because he sometimes had an article written about him in the paper. There is a Smith family plot in Appleby, which is halfway between Garrison and Nacogdoches. I have my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. Most of them are all buried there. Lots of Smiths and McCartys buried in Appleby. LaBelle used to take me out there after church to visit all my dead relatives. Maybe I'll visit it again someday. Just not today.